Ethan always believed in love. Growing up, he'd watch his grandparents sitting on the porch swing, holding hands even in their 80s. They rarely spoke, but the bond between them was evident in every glance, every smile. Ethan wanted that kind of love, the enduring kind that stayed steady through life's ups and downs. He didn't think he'd find it when he walked into his friend's wedding one crisp autumn evening. But there she was, Emma, standing by the dessert table, trying to decide between a slice of chocolate cake and lemon tart. Ethan wasn't the type to approach strangers, but something about her drew him in. "You know," he said, his voice steady but his heart racing, "I hear the chocolate cake's a winner. But if you need a second opinion, I'll be at that table over there." Emma laughed, a soft, musical sound that Ethan would remember forever. She took the cake, thanked him, and joined him at his table. They talked for hours, oblivious to the celebration around them. By the end of the night, Ethan had her number and a feeling he couldn't shake. She was the one. Their courtship was a whirlwind of discovery. Emma was a photographer with a passion for capturing the beauty in everyday life. Ethan, on the other hand, was a dreamer working tirelessly to open his own coffee shop. They bonded over late-night conversations, shared cups of coffee, and road trips to nowhere in particular. They weren't perfect. Ethan was stubborn, and Emma had a habit of taking on too much, but together, they balanced each other. When Ethan proposed 2 years later on a snowy Christmas Eve, Emma said yes without hesitation. They married in a small, intimate ceremony surrounded by friends and family. Their vows were simple yet profound, promising to love and support each other through every joy and challenge life would bring. The early years of their marriage were a blend of hard work and bliss. Ethan's coffee shop, Morning Bliss, became a beloved spot in their town, and Emma's photography business thrived as she captured weddings, family portraits, and candid moments of life. They didn't have much money, but they had each other, and that was enough. But as life often does, it threw them a curveball. A few years into their marriage, Emma began experiencing strange, persistent symptoms, fatigue, joint pain, and difficulty completing simple tasks. After months of tests, doctors diagnosed her with a chronic autoimmune disease. The news hit them like a freight train. Emma was devastated, not just by the physical toll but by the fear that she was now a burden. "I didn't sign up for this," she whispered one night, tears streaming down her face. Ethan cupped her face in his hands, looking into her eyes with unwavering determination. "Emma, I signed up for you. For better or worse, remember? We'll get through this, together." And he meant it. Ethan took on more responsibilities, learning how to cook meals that aligned with Emma's dietary needs and attending every doctor's appointment. He adjusted his work hours at the cafe so he could be home to help on her bad days. He didn't see it as a sacrifice. To him, it was love in action. Emma struggled with guilt, often apologizing for the life she thought she was taking from him. But Ethan always reassured her, often with a light-hearted smile. "You're stuck with me, Em. No refunds." Despite the challenges, they found ways to keep their love alive. Ethan started a new tradition. Every Friday night, they have an at-home date night, complete with takeout and a movie. Emma, even on her toughest days, would surprise Ethan with handwritten notes tucked into his wallet or his coffee mug. Over the years, Ethan and Emma's love grew deeper. Their community rallied around them, offering support and encouragement. Ethan's cafe flourished, not just as a business but as a place where people felt cared for, a reflection of his heart. Emma, though limited by her illness, began teaching photography classes online, sharing her passion with students from around the world. On their 25th wedding anniversary, Ethan planned a surprise for Emma. He presented her with a scrapbook he'd been secretly working on for years. It was filled with photos, ticket stubs, and memories of their journey together. On the final page, he'd written a letter. "Emma, from the moment I met you by that dessert table, you've been the best part of my life. We've faced storms, but we've faced them together, and that's what matters. Thank you for loving me, challenging me, and making life beautiful even in its hardest moments. I love you forever and always. Ethan." Emma, with tears streaming down her face, kissed him and whispered, "You've always been my greatest blessing." Ethan and Emma's story wasn't about perfection. It was about resilience, commitment, and choosing love every single day. Their journey showed that true love isn't about avoiding hardships, it's about facing them together, hand in hand. Because in the end, love is not just a feeling, it's a choice. And Ethan and Emma chose each other, forever and always.